This is another video on why you should buy property. Now, capital growth is something I never look at all. I mean, I'm never going to do a video on why you shouldn't buy property, although I'll definitely think about some properties you shouldn't buy. Studio flats, never a great one. First to drop, last to rise, and also flats under, I think it's either 30 or 35 metres squared because they're usually unmortgageable. So look, it's a little cutie. There you go. How cute is that? It's the kind of house I'd have loved to start off with if starting with family. And look, lovely street. And if you can see back here, you can just see the Clifton Suspension Bridge, which is rather nice. So I bought this house, I think it was about 6 years ago, something like that. And we spent 19,000 quid doing it up. I'm trying to get so I can't see the sun. There you are. So 19,000 quid doing it up. There you are. It's nice, isn't it? And I bought it for 161,500 and it has just been revalued at 320,000, which I think is crazy, quite frankly. So that is, from my maths, 139,500 quid growth in 6 years. I mean, that is more than you would earn in a job typically. And if you multiply that out by lots and lots and lots of houses, that is a fantastic reason to get into property. But it's in the long run. So while I was renovating this property, there was a point when I didn't have enough money to pay a painter, so I did some of the painting myself. There was a point when I was checking the bank account every single day because cash flow was ridiculously tight. And so it's that classic thing of you can't spend it twice. And I decided to spend it once, and I decided to spend it on this rather than any fancy clothes or any fancy cars. So I think I lived on between £700 and £900 a month. I lived on very little for years and years and years, but put all of my money into assets because I wanted that whole rich dad poor dad thing of take my income, buy assets with my income, then my assets pay my bills. And it's just a lovely cycle, and I've got to that stage. And then the kind of cherry on top, which is something I didn't really focus on or really predict because actually it's unpredictable, so I just think it's gambling, is the whole equity growth. So let me just repeat. I bought it for 161,500. I spent 19 grand doing it up, and it's just been revalued at 320. Isn't that mad? In 6 years. So one of the reasons why you should do property, but don't forget guys, I lived on squat diddly, beans on toast for many years while I was kind of, while this happened, like a slow little grumble in the background. But it is another reason why sacrifice the now for a certain period of time for the later, which is that whole delayed gratification, and you end up with assets paying your bills, which is just a beautiful position to be in, and I'd love it if you were able to get there too. So good luck, see you soon, bye. Oh, and if this is useful, would you share it with folks? Thank you, bye.